Well, my headlight nightmare isn't over. Over the course of the last few weeks, I have noticed my headlights flickering at random moments and progressively getting worse over time. Honestly, I didn't think much of it until that ill-fated dip beam message showed its ugly head. When that happened, I was driving to work when it was pitch black outside, and shortly after receiving that message, both of my headlights went dark. Simply put, it was a butt-puckering moment I did not want to relive again. Thankfully, cycling the headlight switch turned into a biblical Genesis 1:3 moment, let there be light, and I was able to safely get to work. So let's dig into this problem for the third and hopefully final time. If you've been following my channel, then you know I have been battling issues with my headlights for some time now. I'll leave links in the description to the two previous videos I made covering this topic. The first problem ended up being the wiring harness that goes to the headlights. What was happening is the protective installation to all the wires was flaking off and exposing bare wire. This was causing the wires to short themselves out, which led to all sorts of errors on the instrument cluster. After replacing the harness, the headlights worked great for a few months, and then all of the errors were back. This led me to my second attempt at fixing the headlights. This time I pulled both headlights and found the wiring inside them was rotting out, just like the wiring harness. Great! After fixing the wiring inside my headlights, all the lights worked great for the next few months. Until today. Ugh.
So what do I think the problem is? I'm pretty confident the wiring is not the source of my problem since I've already gone through all of that in my prior videos. I'm thinking now the problem lies with the ballast. This is the only thing I haven't replaced yet, and the symptoms I'm experiencing point to it as being bad.
I decided to buy aftermarket parts instead of genuine OEM for two reasons. One being cost, and the second being I would need a special tool to program the new ballasts to the car. At the time of this video, Porsche wants almost $1,400 for a new pair of ballasts. I think that's insane, and the dealer will also have to program them to the car with their special tool, which I'm sure won't be cheap. Since I didn't want to go that route, I did some digging and found a company who makes new ballasts that are completely plug and play and require no programming, and the best part is they are very reasonably priced. I'll leave a link in the description on where you can get these ballasts at. The ballasts I purchased are made by GenXeon, and they appear to be well made. From the paperwork I received, GenXeon is also including a lifetime warranty on these ballasts. Very nice. It's too early to comment on longevity, but if I have any problems, I'll post a pinned comment down below. In order to install the ballast, I'll have to remove the headlight assembly. I won't go into too much detail on how to remove them since I've already done that in my prior videos. The ballast is located on the bottom of the headlight assembly. I used a T20 Torx to remove the 6 screws that hold it in place. Removing this cover gives me access to the top of the ballast. I then use my fingers to push on the top of the ballast to force it out. Then I remove these two connectors to the ballast. If this is your first time removing these connectors, then it might be difficult to remove. Just be careful and patient and it will eventually come loose. Here I'm opening up the new ballast I received. Installing the new ballast is just the reverse of the removal process. Replacing both ballasts was easy. It's now time to reinstall the headlight assemblies back in the car. So how are the new ballasts working out? I have only been using these new ballasts for the last week or so, but so far I'm really happy with them. The headlights are now working perfectly again, and that horrific dip beam message is finally gone. For giggles, I called my local dealer and they quoted me almost $1,900 to replace both ballasts. Holy cow, that's nuts. I saved over $1,800 by using the GenXeon ballast. That's money I can use for tires, gas, or other parts. Thank God for aftermarket suppliers, right? If you are in the same boat as me and your headlights are flickering or you're getting that wonderful dip beam message and you've already done the fixes in my previous videos, then there's a good chance that your ballasts need replacing. As far as I know, GenXeon is the only brand that offers a ballast for our cars that doesn't need programming. So if that's important to you, I would stick with this brand. Hopefully, this is the last time I ever have to work on these headlights. If you have any questions about the parts I used, please leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it. So long.